Look at you. We started the podcast and you're already on your phone.
I mean, you know, when it's not as I just gotta put this away. I told you,
That's
fidgeting.
fine. I'm going to use mine to check the time. We've got our Domino's order behind us.
Right.
You can see we have our Domino's order. So I'll stop the podcast once that gets going there as well.
Dang straight.
So let me set the timer real quick and then I'll get started on actually like talking about real things. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about sex. Hi, everybody. Welcome to, I don't know if I'm still going to call this Regular People Podcast, but I might. Welcome to Regular People. My name is Ted, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Ted's Friends or on Twitter at Friends of Ted. My Twitter handle's fucked up. It's really, really bad.
I had to change mine. It was just so much. It was so much crazy. It was like FP subject Sigma at some point, and I was like, nah.
And this is my buddy Frontline.
Hello.
I don't know if you want people to use your real name or not.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
James.
This is James. So I call him James normally because I'm an asshole and
Some
people
call me James. Other calls me Frontline's fine. It's fine. Either one.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sounds good. So I'm super stoked because it's been a little while since I moved to Seattle and I'm finally able to start doing the podcast again. And it's been like the first one that I did was with my buddy Scout. They were going by Brandon before and now their name is Scout. They changed it recently.
Oh, dang.
Yes. So I did that first one with them and it turned out really, really good. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to do another like 2-person podcast. Hi, Ace. The dog just hopped off the bed there. You might have seen him hop off there. Hi, Ace. I'm super stoked to do like another 2-person podcast. And I'm like stoked to like start doing this in Seattle now because there's a lot of creators up here and there's a lot of people who are like
Tons of creators.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are up here super stoked into doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what you're like streaming lately and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess right now it's mostly survival related games and such.
Okay.
Ark or Osiris, I think is what it's called.
Osiris, my favorite.
I feel bad. Osiris New Dawn. It's in early access, so it's got a long way to go, but it was pretty fun when we played it.
Yeah.
There was another one we played, Valnir Rock. It's a Viking survival game.
Okay.
So it's in super early access.
Gotcha.
And I got a chance to get a key from the company. So
there's a lot of survival games out now.
Yeah.
It's really weird because so like first I feel like it started with Minecraft years ago, and maybe this is like just me, you know, what I played at the time that got me into like or that like introduced me into the survival genre. But I felt like the first one was Minecraft that set off that boom because now it's like not just it's like survival and crafting.
Yeah,
is what everything is.
Yeah, I think the first thing that got me was Rust.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Gary's Mod, the guy who made Gary's Mod came out with Rust, and it was like this really unique post-apocalyptic survival, and that was pretty good. And then I got off of that and then started doing things like Arma Life. Games like that.
I don't know what Arma Life is.
Oh, it's okay. So Arma 3
is it like
it's a mod.
Second Life?
It's a it's a mod for Arma, and it's basically you just run around shooting people on the opposite team, but you have to keep track of your food, your water, things like that.
Okay, yeah. So it's a survival game.
It's a survival game.
No,
yeah.
I gotcha. And it's like, but I don't know where that started. I feel like it was Minecraft that started the whole like thing for it.
I can't think of anything before that.
That's what I mean.
So, yeah.
It's like, well, and then like everyone accused like these games that were doing similar stuff, like of being like Minecraft clones, but I feel like Minecraft started a genre is the thing. Like it's not
voxel based games. Yeah.
Yeah. And
survival.
And like, not that there weren't survival games like that came before it, but like in this sort of style where you have to craft, you start out very basic and you have to craft things. And it's like, you can see this sort of progression from Minecraft to like Subnautica. And what was the other one that I played for a long time? The Forest.
The Forest.
The Forest was one. That game still is awesome and looks beautiful.
I'm glad they finally got multiplayer for it.
I didn't know they had multiplayer for it. I'll have to go back and play it again. But there are like lots of games like that now, and it's just like they spawned a whole genre of games. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you've been doing like a lot of survival, and then like eventually Ark. was one that eventually popped up.
Yeah, Ark came around almost 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
It was in early access way before everything else, and
right.
And then dinos, and it was just such a cool concept. Now they've come out with it, and it's grown significantly.
Well, there was also that like controversy recently about how they didn't they up the price of the game once they released it or something?
So they had an expansion before release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean though?
So last year at PAX, they were coming out with Scorched Earth.
Okay.
Which introduced wyverns. So dragons, and brand new environments and everything. And they said, okay, you can continue playing Ark if you'd like, but in order to play this map with all these cool things, you have to pay for the map. Which people considered it an expansion, and I can see that. I can definitely see that. Or was it Scorched Earth? It was something. Now I'm starting to second guess myself.
It was one of those.
Yeah, and then what they did was they created a new map for release.
Okay.
That has all the wyverns, everything in it. So you never really had to buy Scorched Earth.
Okay.
Or whatever that expansion pack was. And they did up the price once it released, but that's almost to be expected. It's a totally new game. It's a lot of stuff. And then now they're coming out with another new map that they're just publicizing.
So it's like another expansion almost?
Yeah, you have to pay for that one.
This is Ark.
This is Ark.
Okay, that's interesting. So they're further. So is it it's in the same, it's like an MMO expansion where it's more stuff to do, or is it more hey, this is just another map?
New map.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you have to start a new character, you have to start a new this and that. It's not Minecraft where they add extra biomes and now it generates new stuff.
Right, yeah, if you go out far enough and yeah.
So is Ark just one map? It's not like a procedurally generated type thing?
It is not procedurally generated.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can go, if you have a favorite spot in one server, you can go back to that server and see if that spot's taken.
Well, okay, I get that. That's just because it's that's super close to what Subnautica was for me, where it's a survival game, you except underwater, and you build your base and etc. all that. There's no multiplayer or anything, but there's no expansions or anything for it, but it's on a set map and there's story stuff that happens. I don't know if Ark has story elements or anything like that to it.
They do.
Okay.
It's a very light story, and it's based off the journal entries that you get.
Okay.
As you're taming things or as you're killing things, you start getting journal entries, and apparently it's your own journal. But in the Explorers edition of Ark, which has all the cool stuff, it has the necklace, the Ark necklace, and it has a real life version of that journal in a cloth map.
Cool.
So I was like, oh, this is so cool.
That sounds awesome.
You find out that it's actually some doctor's notebook that came before you. And they put all their information in there and all right, this is how you survive, essentially.
They came before you, but you start out the game as a caveman, aren't you? You're a primordial human.
Apparently you're not. You're just a normal human being, but you're just dressed as a caveman.
Okay, no, I get it. That's fine.
And you go from the bottom to the top, start making things, learning engrams, learning how to make new things, becoming this sci-fi person.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, is that the explanation that they have? Because I know you can build cowboy hats at some point. You're a cowboy,
you can put different skins on. Yeah, I mean, you can put dino binocular or glasses on dinosaurs, and they got a lot. It's weird. There's no good explanation. It's science.
It's science.
That's the
got
answer.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome though. That's cool. You've just been mainly playing survival games then.
And then more recently, I've been trying to get in touch with some of the community and do some golf with your friends.
That game's so fun.
It is. It's such a blast, especially for everybody else except me, because I am an angry individual, and that game brings out the worst. Best in me.
Oh no, that game is freaking awesome. I love it. It's definitely a good one if your community has it. I specifically will always, regardless of what they want me to do, I will always put shapes on and do the random shapes. So everyone starts different. So everyone one will start out with a cylinder, and then some other person has a fucking acorn.
Yeah.
And it's this isn't fair. I'm I don't care. It's fun. I'm not going to stop playing it that way. That's, whatever.
I do have a set on there that's just called Hell. And that's pretty much what it does. Is
hell yeah,
straight up just chaos.
Uh-oh. Why's the dog barking? Ace, come here. Oh, somebody's home. Oh, that's why.
Oh,
Ace, come here, bud. Hi. Oh, the dog is gonna leave now.
Oh man.
All right, bye, Ace. That's fine. We'll make sure everything.
Bye, Felicia.
Cool, we're good. I was just checking on our pizza and the recording. Well, that's cool. Yeah. What else have I been playing recently? I've been doing a lot of indie games. Like Golf with Your Friends is a really good one. I really like the Jackbox games.
Oh, I can't wait
those
for
are
the
super
new
good. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Jackbox. Everything Jackbox puts out is like always good. I mean, they have like one or two dud games in there. Like I feel like the sound one where it's like there's only so many combinations of stuff that you can get, and I feel like it wore out really quick for me.
TKO.
Which one was TK? That's the t-shirt one, right?
Yeah. That one's not favorite.
Yeah, that one's okay. Quiplash is great. Unless you have not funny friends, then it's not as good.
It always devolves into potty humor for me.
It does, yeah, absolutely.
It's just straight up potty
No,
humor.
we have like inside jokes with my friends that you put it as an answer, it's an automatic win.
That's so mean.
It's great. No, it's perfect. It's just an automatic win if you put it in like certain answers. It won't work all the time, but most of the time it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are super good. That was actually one of the first times, like on New Year's when Timber and I went over to my friend's place. We were playing that game and we tried to win as a team, and we found out we're not funny. Like that's the worst thing is like when you find out, oh, we're actually not a funny couple. Like you just find that out and your whole life is like, fuck, that's it for me as a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how you bond.
Yeah.
The hashtag not funny.
Hashtag not funny. That's just us as a couple, Ted and Timber, hashtag not funny.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm super excited for that pizza. I keep looking back. I'm like, it's almost ready. It's in the oven right now. You can actually see, I'm probably going to zoom in on the Domino's tracker there as best as I can right now. Who apparently, and Frontline here, apparently likes Papa John's the best. John's. Excuse me.
Yeah. No,
excuse me.
Hands down.
I think they're okay.
That's a Northwest thing, I think. Because
what do you mean it's a Northwest thing? You guys have
they
really good
Seattle Seahawks.
So, okay. I'm from San Diego.
Or no, Mariners. One of the two.
Okay, there's 3 sports teams up here. You have the Mariners.
Yep.
You have the Seahawks, and you have the Sounders.
The Sounders, yeah, the football team or the soccer team.
They're the ones who put things in their urethra.
I'm sorry.
And I'll probably cut that out. But the sounding, that's what it's called. You put stuff in your urethra. That's a sexual thing.
That's
you didn't
interesting.
Know that?
No,
I'm 99% sure it's
straight
called
up
sounding.
vanilla. I think at this point.
All right. But like I've never. So I only got up here about a month and a half ago.
Right.
Maybe 2 months almost now. Everybody up here wears like green and blue every Friday. It's like every human being, and like all the teams all have the same colors. Like all the sports teams here, like San Diego, we had the Chargers and the Padres. Padres were like yellow and navy blue, or
right.
I'm sorry, they were blue and white.
Right.
Chargers were like powder blue and yellow, and then we had like a navy and yellow, and it was like, but all the teams here are like synced up, and then everybody's fucking way into sports here. Like Timber and I went to a restaurant, and everybody in there had their Seahawks jerseys on. We're super into it.
You know, quite frankly, I'll be honest here, and this doesn't have to get cut out, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm a Patriots fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's not very welcomed around here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I mean, I don't care about sports, so you're good.
Yeah,
I mean, I like sports, like games. I like Madden. I'll play Madden. I know Madden 2014 pretty well. No, 20. Yeah, I know Madden 2014 pretty good.
Man.
Other than that, I don't know anything about sports.
The last thing I played was NFL Blitz.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Just like almost face roll the controller and see if you got any like big head mode or something.
Oh, hell yeah, big head mode. I think that was did they have that in those games?
Yeah, when it was loading.
That's like a GoldenEye thing to me.
Yeah, well, when it was loading, you had this little spot where you could just like face roll the controller, and it'll try and mix and match certain code types.
Oh,
and
weird.
You get certain things like turbo mode, unlimited turbo.
Oh yeah, turbo mode. I remember whenever I would play the game, I'd turn that on all the way. Or like, you remember, what was that game? Oh, NBA Jam, where you could like
shatter glass and destroy people's faces.
It was great. You get Santa Claus that you could play as.
Why not?
You could change Scottie Pippen's hair color, or not Scottie Pippen. What was that? Dennis Rodman's hair colors.
I mean, he did it enough.
He did it enough. Yeah, you could do that for him. It was great. I enjoyed the fact that was like the only character you could change that with. Is like you just scroll through his hair colors. Like,
just like, sure,
what an honor. Like back in the day, it was NBA Jam. You could change Dennis Rodman's hair color.
Man, it's been so long. I don't do much sports games, but I would totally go back to those old ones if I had a chance.
They're not as good as you remember.
I'm sure they're not.
I wish I could. I wish I could be more positive about it. They're really not that great anymore.
When you're looking in the crowd and everybody's the same, at least 3 rows down or 3 people down, it's the same exact person doing the exact same like cut.
That's how I feel about modern games. Is like I feel like look at like certain games that are coming out nowadays. Like look at Horizon Zero Dawn on a PS4. It still looks great on like a non-PC system. Why does Madden look like shit? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. You could do a much better job of making Madden not look like garbage.
I mean, homage? Can I say that? Is it an homage to the...
No. It's meant to be the actual game. When nobody else can release a goddamn NFL game because EA has the rights to the NFL games, you got to make it better. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I don't have any options, somebody should put out Ken Griffey Jr. football, because do you remember Ken Griffey Jr.?
Yeah. Ken Griffey Jr. football?
Here's why. Do you remember Ken Griffey Jr. baseball?
There we go. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Ken Griffey Jr. baseball was not officially licensed by the
NBA.
No, that's basketball. MLB.
MLB. You're right.
By the MLB. And because it wasn't officially licensed, they changed all of the team names. So like, and all of the player names were like slightly different as well.
Cods, the Seattle Cods.
That's literally what it was. It was like the team names were like slightly different. Where it was like the San Diego Chargers the San Diego Padres were like literally the Friars or something like that, or the Fathers or something, and like the Seattle Mariners were like the Seattle Fishermen. Like that's what it was. And so like they should definitely do that. But Ken Griffey Jr. was a great game. They should absolutely do that with the NFL and then put it out. Oh, look,
they tried that with Arena Football, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they licensed their own thing, but Arena Football never took off very well.
Yeah.
So it didn't really get that. And then there was like MLB Kids. Like backyard
baseball.
baseball.
The backyard baseball games were great.
Yeah.
There was like MLB. No, they were great games. How dare you? Pablo Sanchez was the number 1 player in all of those games. He was fantastic. I don't think there was a single game he was shitty at.
Yeah.
Maybe hockey? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Michael Jordan was a great golfer, so why can't he be great at everything else, right?
Oh my God. He's a great baseball player. Shout out to Space Jam. Fun fact. When I was in San Diego, my friend and I, my closest friend who's getting married next year, had a band called Sledding with Tigers. And it was a folk punk band that was all like, it was acoustic guitar, there was some violin, there was a banjo, whatever instruments he could find, whatever people wanted to play.
Right.
They were allowed to come in and like just play.
Like a Mumford type thing.
Yeah, add some stuff in. So the last thing that him and I did before he moved to Los Angeles, he came over, and in my bedroom, like I had mentioned before to you, I only do like recording albums as like favors for people nowadays. Right. The last thing that we did was we recorded a 8-song or 9-song EP about the movie Space Jam. It was a concept album about the movie Space Jam. It was called Come On and Slam.
Oh my gosh.
And it got coverage. There was social media websites, like I think Vox shared it, Noisy shared it.
Was that MySpace at the time or something?
No, this was and this was literally like 2-3 years ago now, I want to say.
Yeah.
He posted on Twitter. He was like, if this gets 1,000 retweets, I will write an album about Space Jam. And it did almost instantly. So he was on the hook for it. So he eventually did it. But so that is something that like is out there on the internet. The Come On and Slam album. It's a folk punk album.
I hope is it available for free, or is it like a thing that?
Yeah, it's for free. He released it for free. That was part of the ethos of the band, was all the music would be released for free. Even though they make albums and like have like vinyl that you could buy and like stuff that you could buy from them,
of course,
all the music was still available for free online as well, for free download. Yeah, it was great. But people like bought the vinyl anyway and like went for it. But
have you? There's another very similar band, except it's death metal. It's called Austrian Death Machine.
No, I haven't heard them.
Oh my God, they have songs like Rubber Baby Buggy Bumper.
Okay, awesome.
Get to the Choppa.
Get to the Choppa. Got it. I like it.
What is it? I Need Your Clothes. Screw You, Benny.
Wow. Okay, this is good. I like this band. This sounds great.
And then they had like intermissions where he's like, "Yeah, I don't understand. What is this? What does that do?" It's the best.
I feel like almost anybody can do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. They can all do a Daffy Duck.
I can't do a Daffy Duck.
Or Donald Duck, I'm sorry. Everyone can like do his like scream. Yeah, everyone can do that. Everyone can also do a maybe it's just those two.
No, there's one more.
There was some other one that I was thinking of that I
don't
just
understand.
Fell out of my.
There's just a lot of more cowbell.
Yeah, you can do Christopher Walken.
You know,
everyone can almost do Christopher Walken.
Oh, everyone can almost do it.
Well, it's like these impressions are like close enough, but it's like
guys, go to the cowbell and
they're similar. They're almost there.
Need more Woofle Bat.
I love that. I feel like people look back at SNL and like only see. You remember like there's like people that exist who are like SNL hasn't been good in years. Yeah. SNL used to be good, and I feel like people just don't look at like what SNL is, where there was a lot of shitty sketches, and then there's like only ever a couple good ones per season, or a few good ones.
I think everything with Chris Farley was pretty decent.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there were great Chris Farley situations, but there was good ones too.
Sure.
And I think he was probably one of the most successful at SNL, in my opinion.
Probably.
I mean, who doesn't want to live in a van down by the river? I mean, I don't want to, but I mean, like,
right.
It's the whole thing that he did.
But it's like, I don't know. I feel like everybody who like says that never really watches SNL or never really did watch SNL.
I watched the clips.
Yeah, see, the clips are just like the best of it, and that's it. And it's like now you can just watch clips and go, "Wow, SNL's really good right now." I'm sorry, you need to watch the rest of the episode because they're really not that good. Every episode nowadays, for some reason, is like repeat the joke over and over and over again, like 4 or 5 times.
And that's the joke.
And that's the joke. Yeah. And it's just like, oh my God. But like, that's how SNL's always been, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel like, a lot of people just don't remember. There were shitty jokes back then too.
Have you seen any of the spinoffs? All That? Things like that.
Was All That a spinoff?
I mean, it was a satire of it.
SNL has to be a spinoff of All That because they have Keenan now, and Keenan was on All That. Like,
well, I mean, SNL came out obviously way first.
Sure.
And then what was it? Nickelodeon Kids was like, hey, we can do that.
Yeah.
With kids.
They did all that.
Sounded weird. But I mean, like, they did this kind of thing, and I think honestly, All That was better.
What?
I think it was better.
All That was funny.
I mean, you had Good Burger. That's how it came.
You had Good Burger, and then you had
Ask Ashley.
Ask Ashley. There was some sketches that were making fun of Ross Perot back in the day.
Oh my god.
There were it was Amanda Bynes who played Ross Perot. Which is so weird. Like, if you think about that, like, what child knows about Ross Perot?
Well, it was just a funny, I don't know.
Sure.
It was a good, I enjoyed it. That was like my favorite back then, but that's probably because I was from that age, you know?
I can't remember. Were Drake Bell and Josh Peck on
They were.
Or were they on All That, or were they on The Amanda Show?
No, they were on All That, then The Amanda Show.
Okay.
It was like,
and then they got their own show after that.
Josh and Drake or whatever.
No, it's they got Drake and Josh after.
Drake and Josh, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were on All That before that, because it was almost like they used All That as a farming system to figure out who were the most popular.
It was their Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
It was just straight up their Mickey Mouse Club, and
that's right.
And they've almost, well, they're not as popular as the former Mickey Mouse members, but I mean, but still, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good. I personally, what was it that also was one of those spin-off type things? Oh, Mad TV. I cannot believe Mad TV lasted, firstly, as long as it did.
I didn't like it, personally.
Isn't that both where Key and Peele came from, though?
Did they? That sounds like something they would have done.
I need to look this up because I'm 90% sure that both of those guys, let's see. Keegan Michael Key. Okay. So Keegan Michael Key, like the coach that did the names incorrectly, I feel was a Mad TV sketch.
Oh, really?
I think it was.
Does that mean the Whitest Kids You Know was a spinoff of Mad TV?
What was the Whitest Kids You? It was the I know the Whitest Kids You Know, but were they on Mad TV?
No, but like they kind of like satired the whole idea that you had teachers mispronouncing things, but it was more like, oh, this is what white kids would do, you know? Or I don't know. I've only seen a few of those episodes, to be honest.
I don't think so. No, it wouldn't make it a spinoff. A spinoff would mean that you would have to have the
licensing or something. I guess.
You would have to have the person who was in it,
true,
like doing a show and like still related to it.
So
like,
is that more of like a parody then, or
I think it's just a. I think it's
clone?
just a sketch.
A sketch
clone
show.
Yeah, I think it's just a normal sketch
its own
show.
Genre.
Spent 6 seasons as a cast member on Mad TV. So that's Keegan Michael Key, and then Jordan Peele. Was Jordan Peele also on it? He was also on Mad TV.
6 years as well, or
it
doesn't matter.
5.
5. Okay.
So Mad TV was shitty except for Key and Peele.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Because I had a part in it.
It's all because of me that you two had success. Did you see that movie Get Out?
Get Out. No, I really want to though.
Yeah, you should see it. I didn't see it either.
You should see it. I don't know what it's about.
No,
but
I do know what it's about. I read the synopsis on Wikipedia.
All right.
So I'll be there watching the movie for the first time going, I know what happens. I know what happens here.
Oh my God.
I'm one of those people.
Trying to think, what is Get Out? Which movie is that?
Firstly, I want to hear what your guess is.
God, I haven't the fan. No, you know what I'm thinking is, what was the one where they had a little cat?
I can't remember.
That's the one that immediately comes to mind.
No. Get Out is where this black guy is meeting his white girlfriend's family for the first time, and they have a black housemaid and they have a black groundskeeper, and it's in a town of basically all white people, and it's like stuff starts happening while he's there, and it's very weird, and like it's not to be meant to be like a traditional horror film. It's like it brings to light like the sort of horrors of being a black person in a white society, almost is how I would describe it.
That's interesting.
And it's considered very scary, and like just in general gives you a feeling of unease while watching it.
Oh, I'm sure I could. I probably would. I don't know. I want to watch it because of that, but I don't kind of want to watch it at the same time after that, just because I'm not all about the whole unease feeling. Sure. But, you know, is the pizza ready?
It says it was put in the oven at 625 and it's 652.
Did you ask for well done?
No, I did not ask for well done. We'll see. We'll give it another like 10 minutes or so. Otherwise, I'm just going to go down there because it's never taken that long.
Clearly, they just pressed the button.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's never taken that long to get a pizza done. They pressed the button, left it in. It's just on fire, the Domino's. The Domino's is literally right in front of my house, the one we're getting it from. So if it's on fire, we're going to have to end things and leave. But as far as I've seen, it was a really good movie, and it had like up until I think it was like the highest grossing horror film or highest opening or something by like an African American or a black director or something. I can't remember. It got some like interesting accolades.
Specific.
It does, but I can't remember. It got some really, really interesting accolades.
It's like, you know, hey, it's the highest grossing released film of all time on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Like at 3 o'clock p.m.
No. Let's see. Get Out. I'm looking it up right now because I know there's something that's supposed to be like really like, ooh, wow, Get Out was...
It's actually a pretty...
Right.
Okay.
Let's see. It was... Reception. Grossed... I don't see... Oh, here we go. Ooh. Georgia was the most... Oops. Georgia, so
professional.
Georgia was the most successful, profitable market for some reason. 38% of the film's opening weekend audience was African American.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Why is this stopping?
Is that stopping now? Oh, hey,
yeah.
I'm frozen.
Joseph, put your order in at 6:25 p.m. That's why. My internet stopped. So the pizza's probably done.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, all done.
Just sitting here waiting.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, let me grab my wallet and we'll go over. Yeah. And it was embarrassing. Oh, I don't have my glasses. My brand. There we go. We were looking up like all the stuff about the movie Get Out.
So I'm curious what the other 30-ish% was. Like you said there was
38% African American, 35% white, and then just everything else.
I guess
there's Indian and Asian.
I mean,
that exists.
There's aliens. There's
Pacific
green.
Islander.
Mars.
That's not. Let's see. Because here we go. Says Get Out crossed 100 million mark domestically. 3 weeks after its release, it crossed the 100 million mark domestically, making Peele the first black writer-director to do so with his debut movie.
Oh, that's his debut movie.
No, it was his debut. So his debut movie.
Okay, see, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more prestigious than, on a Tuesday after a major holiday or something.
Yeah, it makes you sure look like a dick.
I mean, I don't need its help to look like a dick.
Yeah, so there was that. And it did very, very well. And let's see, Rotten Tomatoes... the film had an approval rating of 99% based on 286 reviews.
Wow, 99%.
And it was 284 were fresh and 2 rotten. It's a lot of reviews that are positive about this thing. We went and got Domino's, so as you can see in the middle, now there's an empty pizza box with, there's 2 slices left.
Would you like one? No.
I'll have one. Would you like one? You can share.
It's first person to comment.
Well, actually, what's good about this is, so if you see a drop in frames per second, then you know why, because I decided to switch something in the camera. For some reason, it kept just like changing. Well, I switched it to...
I wonder if things goes faster because the frames double with 60 frames.
Well, it just looks way nicer, so I can switch between it in like the video editing and stuff.
Oh darn.
I can downgrade it so that it'll only be 24 frames a second instead of 60 FPS.
Worst podcast ever.
It's fine. We've already started and restarted the camera like 20 times. Normally I would have had to do it once during the whole time, but
for the pizza.
Yeah. Normally I would do it once. Well, not only for the pizza. Well, mostly for the pizza. But see, every time we talk about,
let's not talk about it anymore.
Get Out, the camera's stopping us. It doesn't want us to talk about race issues.
We just want you to go see it. Go see it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, hashtag ad, hashtag not sponsored.
Do you watch My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But like, I was just curious because today I posted a tweet that said, I really want somebody to come out with a line of Plus Ultra workout clothes. I would love... Somebody needs to, you know what I mean? Like somebody needs to do that where come out with
pre-bloodied.
Yeah. Like the Andrew WK shirts that have like the nosebleed going down it like that.
Oh my God.
Fucking love it. First of all, Andrew WK is a great musician and I love everything he does. He's a great musician. Gosh. Andrew WK is perfect. But then also, I with the blood on that already. He's the party king. He's great. Who doesn't love him? I don't think he's put out new music in like, I want to say 6 years.
I don't think I've ever heard a single song from him.
Did you see the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie?
No. I'm an uncultured swine.
Have you? Trying to think what you may have seen that he was in. I don't know. You know who Andrew WK is though, right?
It sounds familiar.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. I can't believe like that whole time you were just listening to me going, oh, there's Ace in the corner there.
Yeah. No.
That whole time you were listening to me going, Yeah, the Andrew WK.
It was only like for a minute.
But you hold on, we're Googling Andrew WK so I can show.
You could stay right there, just not over here.
This guy, he's the party king. Him. Oh, well, that's not a good picture of him. It's this guy. You've never seen him before?
No, but that looks like The Shining.
Oh my God. Okay, so the picture of him that I picked wasn't that good, all right? But yeah, Andrew WK, he's awesome. He's a great, like the music that he put out earlier was like all like anthem-y and like super party, like yeah, and like sort of metal like oriented.
Okay.
You've never heard the song like I Get Wet or
No.
Party Hard? Like all the gifs of like somebody dancing and it just says Party Hard behind it.
I know the game. I know the game Party Hard. Or no. There's a game by Tiny Build.
There's a game called Party Hard?
Yeah, it's now time to go to the Googles because it's called
something.
I think
it is called Party Hard.
Yeah,
I want to say it's called Party Hard. It's that one where you murder people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
it's Party Hard 2 coming out soon. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. People really like that game.
Look at that. Just such great. I bet you he's in here. I bet you his music is in here.
I feel like they could just keep releasing expansions to Party Hard instead of making a Party Hard 2.
I think they added some things to it, but
rotate the camera.
Hey, I'm in there.
There we go. Yeah,
look, it's me
in the frame.
Hey, it's me.
You're like off to the side a little bit, but then like part of the issue is like I see it happening. Like if they change it too much, it goes the way of like the game Nidhogg, where
oh my god,
they released Nidhogg 1, which was a great game, and then they released Nidhogg 2, which was a turd.
It destroyed the idea. Because they put graphics to it, and that's not the right thing to do.
That was not what anybody wanted. They were like, hey, you know what everybody wants from Nidhogg? They want weird character designs, and we want to make it funny.
Oh sure.
That's what the game is all about, is being funny.
Yeah, no.
That wasn't it. That was not what Nidhogg was.
I did like the change of like things you can put in it, like the different weapons.
The weapons? That is like exactly what they should have done. And
bow and arrow could have gone away though. That's a little too much.
And they could have done that with Nidhogg 1, done very similar, maybe improved some stuff slightly. I don't know. But Nidhogg was an almost perfect game. It was an almost perfect game because it was one concept. And that's all it needed. You could do tournaments. You could do anything. You could... Anyone could play it. You could roll. You had a sword, and then you could throw your sword, and that was fucking it. Like, and then you ran.
Yeah,
and that's all I wanted. And then they, for some reason, decided to add like way more stuff into the game, and it was like I could have been. I think maybe it would have been fine had they added like more weapons into the game, like they did in Nidhogg 2. But there was no need for any more backgrounds. There was no need for any like.
Kill animations
and
hats and let's put a battle royale to it too and see if we can do that side scroller style.
Didn't need any of that.
Let's go.
I didn't need any of it. I don't know what they were thinking. Like
it's the way.
It was just super odd. And I remember playing it. So like that's the first game that Timber and I played together. Was Nidhogg. Was the original Nidhogg. When we first met, our friends left us in their apartment. Alone and like so we just sort of looked at each other, and it was maybe like 5 minutes after we first met. We're like, want to play Nidhogg? And so we connected over that game, and then we like went to TwitchCon later that year or the next year,
right?
And like Nidhogg 2 was there, and so we gave it a try. And it wasn't very good, and it was still fun. We had a good time because it was the two of us enjoying a game together and stuff. But like otherwise, it was super like, But I mean, I shouldn't talk garbage just on like games like that. But at the same time, it's like
well, it's not what you desired for a game.
I almost don't feel bad talking about talking shit on the game like that.
Yeah,
it's not what I wanted out of the game, and unfortunately, it's what I got from the game. There's a lot of people on both sides of the coin that are just like, oh, it's a great game.
Yeah.
And there are people on the other side that are just like, oh, it's a shitty game. Like, that's it. Like, there's like
it's
lot
not
of
a
people.
gray area. It's a black or white. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of gray where people are like, yeah, it's fine. It was all right. It's great. It's bad. Another, like, there wasn't a whole lot of those people.
Right. But it seems like a very polarizing game.
Yes. Anyway, so we are going to end it there for today. Due to the fucking weird camera issues, thank you for watching episode 2 of Regular People. My name is Ted, and you can follow me at twitch.tv/Ted's Friends, and which is most likely where you saw this, or the YouTube channel. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Friends of Ted, which is, I know it's backwards, but
yeah. My name's Frontline Play or James. It doesn't matter to me, but you can find me twitch.tv/Frontline Play. Twitter is at Frontline Play. YouTube is Frontline Play, and Gmail Frontline Play.
I see that you got all of your branding.
The branding is in order. Yeah, I didn't have to do Friends Up. No, I'm kidding.
Friends of Frontline Play.
Yeah.
No, that was mine.
That's the community.
Up there.
No.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully, you will tune in next time. I don't know when the next one's gonna be, but we'll see. As soon as I could get another person in here, hopefully I'll get my set up and running as well. Hopefully, the downstairs set area is currently taken up by furniture. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Talk to you later. I don't know why I'm going to talk to them later. This isn't a phone call.
It can be.